Hey guys, and welcome to Word Nerds Visualize Your Vocabulary. Let's get this started with turn any SAT word into a picture and remember it forever. Alright, make a picture of it. It'll last longer. That's Word Nerds' motto. Today, we're just going to go ahead and do a few words. Our first word is bucolic. Now, bucolic means to go ahead and see something as in a different way. Let me give you a better example. Your parents spend the weekend at a rustic weekend in the Hidden Horse bed and breakfast, and then you go ahead and you see your mom looking through the window, looking at a cow, licking its baby to give it a bath, and she thinks it's the cutest rule scene ever, and your dad's like, well, you want to skip the rat race and experience country life, how do you like it so far? And she suddenly just goes ahead and sighs. Now, bucolic means to idealize something about the rural life. Next up, we have wary. Wary means being on one's guard against danger. Oh, here we go. Wary means being on one's guard against danger. Be careful against something, to be cautious against something. And the memory word here is wiry. Now, a Navy SEAL team on a rescue mission enters literally an enemy camp attempting to rescue some hostages. But they must maneuver around many tripwires and other obstacles. And needless to say, they are very cautious and vigilant due to the dangers surrounding them. However, they must be very careful in this dangerous wire environment, because they have to be wary of all the tripwires that's been set up. They're the literal SWAT team. They cannot mess up or they lose their job. Alright, our next word is idiom. Now, idiom means to be speaking in a manner of way, which I used to do on this channel, but then I kind of stopped. I tried to restart it a few weeks ago, but that failed. I just added a few new idioms and that's it. Now, this means a manner of speaking, a way of expressing something indirectly. Unfortunately, for all those non-native speakers, writing an idiom has no logical meaning, so you actually just have to memorize it. Sorry, non-native speakers. Look at this guy. This guy's an idiot, and this guy's idiot by using stupid idioms, and using stupid catchphrases and expressions to specifically characteristic to the show Simpsons. Some examples follow. Dull. Don't you have a cow, man? Excellent. Beer. Yeah, that makes zero sense. Jeez, put it in the pipe already. Our next word is abbreviate. Let me redo that. Abbreviate. Now, abbreviate means to turn something into something else, like to shorten something into something. Like, you're shortening something into some sort of character. Like, you're shortening a name, you're abbreviating a name into a few letters. To shorten a word or phrase by omitting its letters, to reduce something in the length or duration of that thing. And that's literally abbreviate. You have abbreviate, and you also have a V8. You know why you call it abbreviate? Because it's a combination of cheese and vegetable juice. Which, of course, no wonder people are trying to leave the place. It's your turn to be the host. However, people want to leave because cheese and vegetables don't mix well with each other. Our next word is lull. Lull is a verb, and it means to be very, very boring. It means like something that you should do before you go to sleep. Well, that's dull. Well, when you're lulling someone, that means to calm them down. In this case, this dull person dulls these kids into sleep, which is really useful because kids like listening to stories, but when they try to listen to boring ones and they're forced to listen to boring ones, they fall asleep. And that's the whole point of that happening. That's how you remember lull and dull. Our next word is bemused. Bemused means to go ahead and confuse someone, to bewilder or confuse someone. And here it means to addle or perplex someone even more. You have to stop at an intersection and a gigantic bee pulls up next to you in his apparently very great car. 69 Dodge Super Bee. He sticks his head out of the window and literally moos at you. And then the green light happens and he drives away. You're bewildered because you don't know why. You're bemused because you don't know why this giant bee mooed at you. Why would a giant bee even exist is my first question. Next up, we have rancorous. Rancorous means to have something that is marked full of resemblance, something that's full of rage and hate. And you remember it with rancorous. So you have this neighbor who just finished shining his new car, and he's about to put it in the garage, but suddenly, as soon as he finishes, the rain starts pouring. It's like, of course, I just washed my car. Now, and he keeps going ahead and cursing the rain like hashtag exclamation mark plus rain, fu rain, those kinds of things. And a lot of people just went back inside, not because of the rain, but because of the mad swearing hooligan that's right there. Our next word is anecdote. Anecdote means a little short story or something like that. A little short or usually amusing story. And anecdote. And this is how you spell it. And you remember with antique rope. So you live in the antique and then attic, and you are rope. You are a big coiled rope, and you have a few little coiled ropes that live with you. You decide to tell them a few anecdotes on about the olden days when you were really useful and what you were used for. Next up, I have allude. Now, allude means to refer to something casually or indirectly, something to usually followed by to. Now, the synonyms here are hint or imply, to suggest something. That's literally how it works out. And of course, the memory word here is owl rude. Now, there's an owl at the party, and he wants to know what your job is and how much money you would get. But he doesn't just come out and ask. Instead, he hints at it, saying, if I had the same job as you, how much of an income would I pull in? That owl is really rude. And you're like, why don't you just ask what job I have and how much money I earn? Last but not least, we have irony. Irony means something that's humorous or mildly sarcastic use of words, literally convey the meaning of something as the opposite of its literal meaning. Like here. So this guy is an atheist, devout atheist. He tried to sue the whole world, saying, you should not believe in God. I sue the whole world to remove God. It failed. And then he realized it's probably useful too. And he converted into Christianity, and most days he goes ahead and is seen kneeling. He's called Iron Knees. In fact, he even earns the Iron Knees Award from the Christianity Foundation, which I'm not even sure it really exists. Right, the official name is the American Christian Association. Of course, you'll be flabbergasted too when you see an atheist praying. I pray sometimes too, and I'm an atheist. It only works because I actually feel like because I don't believe in the Christian God. I don't pray to Christian God. Instead, I pray to physics. So that's it. So hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. And yes, I was serious. I pray to physics. Until then, shout out. Peace. Bye-bye. If you don't believe in God, at least pray into something. That usually works.